What's going on, guys? Trust Money here today. Nice Monday morning. Got a nice video for you guys. And I was supposed to put out a video over the weekend, but my computer was acting up, so I had to make a few changes, but now we're good. For those who don't know, I am Trust Money. I am currently the coach of Phoenix, and I am help managing them as well. You can call it that. But I wanted to talk to you guys. First, I wanted to answer some questions that people were asking me about coaching. So we're going to get that going right now. First question was from a good friend of mine. He asked me, how exactly does one coach? So I've been in the game for a while. I've been in it since about 3 years now. I've coached at the pro level, coached at the AM level, coached at both. So I've seen it all. I've seen people. Also seen a lot of coaches. I've seen people who stand there with no headset, but just kind of stand there for moral support. Call it what you want. And you got other people that are actually going in the sense like they're football coaches, yelling at their players, running back and forth. But that's their have so extreme. The radical coaches. Myself, I'm more in between. I am able to keep my team focused while getting my point across without, crowding up the chat and more or less looking intimidating. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to win the game. So generally, that's what I like to do. I like to I take a very psychological approach when it comes to coaching. Believe it or not. People may laugh because it's a game, but to me, it's more than just a game. Clearly. But the way that I like to do it is I like to treat my players like my kids in that perspective. I am the role model. I've done it all. And I'm taking these teams and I'm helping them conquer every situation or obstacle that they come through. I'm the guy that they look to help with that, whether they're upset, whether something's just not going right for them, whether they're having a bad game, whether they're having a good game. You, as a coach, I feel, and remind you, this is all my opinion. This is the way I do things. So not the only way to do it. It's just the way I prefer, and I feel is most efficient. I feel that coaches should be able to just have the answer for all the questions, have all the answers for the players. They should be able to know what the players' favorite food is. They should be able to know what the player likes to do on their spare time. They need to know what the player's sleep cycle is, because every little detail adds up to that player. And if you don't know, like, alright, he's off today, I wonder why, but he just broke up with a girlfriend or something, you don't need to put that business out there, but at least you know why they're performing bad or not up to par what they usually do. So I like to really do that. I do coach with a clipboard. I'm not gonna lie, my clipboard is right here. I like to use this one here. I got off of Amazon. I've been using it for years. I really like it because I can store stuff inside. The maps. A couple examples of the maps that I used to have. You guys can see it. You guys can't see it. But I have a lot of strats and stuff. But I like to, I'm the kind of coach I really like to make my players comfortable. I have a bunch of, I put snacks in there that they like. I put gum. Sometimes I'll have a backpack, their favorite drinks. Like, you may think like, oh, he's acting like the bitch of the team, but no. At the end of the day, it's you're trying to win, right? You gotta make sure your players are as comfortable as possible. So that's that. I also take notes every night. Someone else was asking about, what kind of notes do you take? So here are my notes generally about Phoenix. Over here we have some. Over here we have some scores. Over here we have general notes, who we played. This is just one, half a practice. So generally I take a lot of notes just so I know exactly what's going on. And if the players ever ask, hey, this person's playing bad, what did they do during this time? Well, considering you haven't been at these many practices and you've been performing like this and you've been arguing like this is the reason why you're acting the way you do. So that's that. And another one I have, the last one, is my my book. This here. I wanted to start making this. It's literally every map in the game. It's every map. I have them all. And yeah. I have every single map. I have about 15 copies of every map. 15, 20 copies. Whether it's a land map or not, I have everything. I like to write my strats on here, what works, what doesn't work, where we go. Where did the team beat us the most? All that kind of stuff adds up to making your team perform the best. Mind you, if you're a kind of coach where you just got to stand there and, make your team feel comfortable, by all means. If that's what the team wants, that's what the team wants. But, that's the way it is. So, That's how that is. Excuse me 1 second. Alright. But so that's how the coaching aspect goes. Another thing I like to do is I just like to, monitor my players. I like to see what they're talking about. And you just gotta be very active. You're a coach. Like, at the end of the day, you're not just there for a free pass to stand behind the players and just, oh, I'm the coach. No. You have a very big job. At least I view coaching as a very important job. You're just that fifth guy without a controller. You got to be the smartest one. You got to be the one going back and forth, knowing exactly what the situation is. You got to know exactly how many points you need to win. You need to know exactly when it is to pull the flag. You need to help build confidence in the team. I feel like coaching is one of the most the heavier ones, like most heavy jobs to have, because if you don't want to do it, your whole team doesn't want to do it. And then another thing too is you got to play a lot. You got to play a lot more than the players. Even believe it or not, a lot of times coaches will play and then they don't perform like crazy or amazing. And the reason why is they practice in a different way than you do. If I'm a player, my sole goal is to get extremely good, the best I can at this game. A good player that we all know is Optic Big Timer. He was talking about the race. Like, here's two teams. The game drops. The gunshots. So now everyone's racing. You get off. Okay, now this one's going ahead. You get back on. Okay, now this one takes a little break. But now this one's ahead again. You see? You see the chain? You got to practice as much as you can. If I'm not talking, if I'm not making a video, if I'm not working, if I'm not with my family, if I'm not doing something I have to do, and mind you, we all have to do stuff, I'm on that game. I have to be on that game. A month out going into UMG Dallas. UMG Philly. I'm doing nothing but on this game. I'm changing my diet so I can, I'm more fit to stay on the game. At the end of the day, we're all couch potatoes, believe it or not. Like, we play this game, but let's at least not look like it. That's my goal. I don't want to look like it. I need to make sure that I'm ready. I'm going to make sure my team's ready. I'm going to make sure everything is set. I'm going to make sure everyone's playing at the top of their game. I'm going to make sure the roster is straight. Like, this is the ultimate roster for us. That is what I do as a coach. And I highly suggest that if you're a coach out there and you're trying to figure out what you got to do not think coaching is an easy job. I'm telling you that right now. Coaching is one of the most intense jobs because there's no one to coach you. You coach the players, but no one's coaching you. You are the one that gets blamed for losing. You're the one that probably doesn't even get so much credit for winning. But you might. You're the one that has to be the brains. You got to figure out, like, shit, we're down 50. Like, the players aren't doing anything. What can I do? I got to help them out. You know what I'm saying? You got to be that guy. You got to know the map inside and out. You got to know the sponge, the time. You got to know when to pull, when to sit back, who's up. Depends who's up. Scout players, scout teams, scout movements. Because just like the NFL, if I'm playing solely for the Patriots and I'm just working on myself, for all I know, my opponent's already trying to make a counter for me, and I'm not recognizing that. Another example is as a coach, when you see, for example, 2 years ago when we played Fear. I was on Collapse. We played Fear. Fear, the whole team was named Assassin. The one in Assassin, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. So Assassin 4. Instead of I for his name or a 1, it was a 4. 3, 2, 1. What that being said is every player on that team was named Assassin. As a coach, so technically we don't know who we killed. Assassin 1 could be Assassin 4. The real Assassin could be Assassin 4. So teams are allowed to do decoys like that. Same thing happened when I played against Envious. They all tried to be a bunch of Stainvilles, but I had one letter off. Teams are able to do that. It's the most frustrating thing. You think you killed the Slayer, but the Slayer's alive. As a coach, you got to pick that up. My personal experience with that is I decoded that scenario within a minute. I knew instantly I had to figure out who was who because we are going to be completely off if we don't. We know that maybe Fear John is a whole lot better than Fear Assassin. I don't know. But, he may be a whole lot better, so it's going to change the way we play that round. So, clearly I can go on and on and on about coaching. But the big key is know your team. Know yourself. Practice more than you think. You think you practice that times 2. If you practice 4 hours a day, practice 5. You practice 5, play another map. 5 hours, play another map. Play 2 more maps. Play 3 more maps. Because at the end of the day, guys, I'm telling you right now, and I'm telling you from personal experience, I'm confident that I'm going to know the game more than you. I'm going to. I'm going to know the map. There's no other coach, I'm telling you right now, there's no other coach, maybe a small handful, that are putting in the same amount of effort as me. But at the end of the day, guys, I've been doing this for years. So I know what the aspect is. So, you know, if you're a coach that's, like I said, if you're a coach that's just standing there to help them out, if that's what the team wants, go right ahead. Hey, Quantic next threat. Chick behind with turtle backpack. She didn't have a headset. She just stood there. No disrespect at all. No disrespect at all. By all means, that's what the team wanted. Go ahead and do it. You won a nice national championship. But, you know, coaches that are going back and forth trying to help their team win the game, that's more along my lines. You got to put in the work, guys. Especially with today's day. Look at what happened to Optic. You know, Optic did pick up a coach, but it was a week prior to the event, so it's not going to be as effective as a 3-month-long coach. So guys, trust money here. Don't want to take up too much more of your time. I'm going to put some links down below if you guys want to follow me, and if you like the video, go ahead and like it. I'm not a big guy in subscribing, but hey, if you want to subscribe, go ahead. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos. I'm going to help you guys out. Take care, guys.